Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac. This time I'm gonna be playing on Eden and I'll see how stuff goes. I just need to figure out why the recording keeps getting stuck whenever I go into it and back of it again. Let's make let's make it like this maybe. Okay, and then like this and there we go. Okay, let's go. It's an Eden run, or no, it's I'm gonna start Eden run here. Let's see if I can beat Monsart this time. Uh, okay, I have a flight generator. I think I I have really high stats, really high speed, really high starting damage. I started with two items that generate. Like one of them generates flies, right? The other one has a chance to generate spiders when I hit enemies. So overall it seems that like this Eden run's gonna be pretty nice. This character has random starting HP, he has random starting items, he has random starting stats. So overall it can be a pretty difficult character, but it can also be a really easy one, you know? Because you can start with really high stats compared to other characters. Let's see how it goes. It should be fine, I guess. I managed to beat the boss without taking any damage. Got a cube of me. Let's see if I can get the item without taking any damage, so I can go to the next floor. Wait, I can get to the next floor with 4 heart containers instead of just 3. And then I get holy water. This item is really good now that it was buffed in repentance. It used to be really weak, but now if you double tap it, it goes and it breaks on enemies. It deals it deals a lot of damage. It respawns more than once per room. Uh, if you get BFF, it spawns a holy fire on top of it, where it keeps damaging enemies on top of it. And if you get to break it on an enemy, you end up being able to stun him. Like you see how this guy just got frozen, and it seems like I'm gonna be getting more familiars, right? But because of how well I started, it should be pretty okay. Like I started with a lot of damage. You don't usually start with this much, and I just did a really quick dodge. And I'm also getting a nice tinted rock, so I can get some more HP. So overall, I've been I've been enjoying the whole uh, Isaac experience from the start again. It's a breath of fresh air. Uh, the game's easier when you're starting from scratch, because you unlock as soon as you start unlocking more stuff. You get difficulty increases that make harder bosses spawn, champions spawn. You start getting less HP from boss fights, right? So the longer you go on, the harder the game quote unquote becomes. And you also have to progress further, right? Because right now I only need to progress up to Monsar instead of having to go out the way to the chest, or even all the way to the all the way to the chest, or all the way to the delirium fight, which is a really hard and unbalanced fight. And it's just a different experience, you know. It's not something I'm used to anymore. And when I start unlocking more characters as well, because character unlocking has been made easier overall on this game, the further along you go. Like for the first character, the first extra character that released with the game, that's the Lost. Way back in the day, you used to have to die with four different characters specific way in succession, and then beat the game. And it was a whole challenge. And now the game's like unlocking the characters easier as a whole. uh there used to be like when the DLC that made modding the game possible release as well. You used they made the game so much harder by adding special portals that would keep spawning enemies until you kill them, and there was no limit to those portals. Well, the whole when that DLC released, the game was so much harder than it needed to be. And then you also got a character that's named Apollyon unlocked by default, and he was really strong. Like the whole DLC for Afterbirth Plus as a whole was what was a whole thing on its own, you know. I would say that it was an experience I don't really want to repeat on this game. Like it was more difficult than it needed to be. It was the whole modding thing was not really well implemented. Still not really well implemented as it is, but it's way better now than it used to be. And at least now the game's way more balanced overall, I think. But let's see if I can get a... Nice, I finally got a key so I can go back to my item room. My idea with getting Guppy Spawn is just that if I progress further along the run and that I end up needing HP, I'll just transform my heart containers into soul hearts, and I'll just call it a day, because I think that's a fair trade. And there goes my chance. Ooh, that's really nice. That was a really nice floor. Okay. Oh. I unlock Krampus. False PhD gives you damage by taking pills, and you get you always you're always guaranteed to get bad pills, but for pills that decrease your stats, you end up getting damage ups, which can be really nice, especially considering that I have cap tiers already. And for pills that are just considered bad, right, like amnesia, right? If I use it, I would get a black card, so I can keep it the whole floor, right? And as soon as I beat the boss, I can use it and forget the whole floor, get a free HP up, and just go down to the next floor. But I don't think I would be taking fake PhD if I didn't need to. But I really wanted Dark Matter for the damage up and fear effect that it gives to enemies. And because of that Devil Deal layout, which I think is really bad, it forces you to take specific deals, right? Like you can't take the one on the right unless you take the one on the left, or vice versa, depending on where you spawn from. I think that's a layout that should be changed. You shouldn't be forced to, especially like if you consider how an angel deals. You always, even though you only get one item, right, you always have the option to choose the item you want to get instead of having to be forced to get a specific one. And but overall, I think with the way my stats are, it's taking bad pills is a fair trade. And then I'm gonna buy Spider Mod, Spider Buddy. My item room's probably on this room. But overall, I think the further along you are into the game, the worse Devil Deals become, because you unlock way more powerful Angel Room items, right? And you unlock way more powerful Angel Room items. You unlock way more filler items in Devil Rooms that you don't really want to see, but they take up space. And then Devil Rooms always have a chance to straight up just not have. They always have a chance to not have items, and I just think that chance is way too high on the base game. I was looking to in the workshop, and there's a map that makes oh, I already went to this, I don't know. Didn't I already? That's really weird. I thought I got the item before going to the Devil Room, but I should probably verify my game files. I think something's messed up with the game as a whole right now. But honestly, pretty nice run. I'll probably be even able to get into boss rush if I manage to be a little bit fast. And I should be strong enough to do a boss rush. I don't want Glass Cannon. It's a pretty nice item, but it's not what I'm looking for. If you get hit while you have it on your active item slot, it breaks and you take and you take 2.5 hearts of damage, I think. It used to be that if you used it, like if you had it on your item box and you took damage, it would make your HP go all the way down to half a heart, but it was, oh, I didn't mean to do that. It was buffed in one of the recent patches, which ended up making a pretty nice item now if you're willing to risk it. But since I end up taking a lot of damage unnecessarily a lot of times, I think that's just not the item for me right now, especially with my plan of keeping Guppy Scar for later levels. Do I have enough time? Yeah, probably do. I'm gonna go back and purchase Champion Belt from the shop. Another mod that's really nice. I haven't really experienced it, but I seen it. Is Good Trip. It is included into custom map API now. It makes it so if you already explore the room, you can go straight into it by holding the pause menu, right? Like the mini map opening key. And oh god, I'm taking so much damage. And you can teleport to rooms you already cleared, which makes the whole backtracking part of the game way nicer, because you just teleport instead of having to walk all the way back. It saves you a lot of time. Overall, I think it's a nice implementation. You know, you shouldn't be wasting so much time, real time, like real life time, having to backtrack just because you didn't have enough coins, for example, when you first went into the shop. But it's still oh, this room's pretty. I'm gonna use 2 bombs instead of doing it the way it's intended. You're intended to keep walking around with the spikes and dodging them while you hit the enemies, but I think that would be way too time consuming, especially when I have so many bombs, you know. I'm gonna go inside the curse room. Nice, I managed to open the chest. I'm on the iframe still. If you're wondering why how much time? If you're wondering why my stats keep changing with each one, the trinket I have equipped, which is named Liberty Cap, has a chance to give you the stats of one of the mushroom items in the game every room, and all the mushroom stats, like all the mushroom items, give you different stats up and down. And because I'm swapping rooms pretty frequently, I get to the stats up really frequently. I'm just gonna go back to the boss, I think, and try to do boss rush to get the Eden boss rush unlocked. Like, I can probably do it later, but the earlier you do boss rush, I think the better, because you get more hearts after every enemy, right? Uh, I think you get less champions. I don't know if you get less enemies, but I know that way back in the day when you used to, what, like when the game first released, right? Boss rush always was u- a unique set of enemies, and boss rush used to be way easier because of the amount of bosses that it used to have. Was way lower than it currently is right now. See, this is what I was talking about, having
Paralysis.
rooms that have
Are you a wizard?
no. Oh, I'm getting polyphemus for sure. This is what I was talking about, getting devil rooms that have no items, you know. I ended up getting an item out of it, but it was just luck with the red chest instead of being guaranteed on the deal. But polyphemus makes my damage go way higher, and as soon as the are you a wizard field ends, which makes you always shoot diagonally, right? Uh, and alternating between each side, I'm gonna have a really easy time with boss rush just because of how strong it makes you. Like as you can see, this boss straight up just died. I'm taking free hits because I'm bad. I'm taking amnesia because I don't need to see the floor after I'm already on the boss room, right? Since I'm just gonna go to the next floor. Yeah, this run ended up being really strong. Would be really fun if I had more stuff unlocked as well. On top of the of Mom's Arc, but I still need what, five more wins on 6 more wins on Mom's Arc, I think. I just unlocked the mystery gift. You get it from breaking a lot of breaking a lot of rocks. And bosses breaking rock also count, enemies breaking rock also count. Using using items that break rocks also count. Like, it's just a really easy achievement to unlock. What it makes it is so you can buy a present in the shop, right? And it's an active item that lets you use it on any room to get an item of that specific item room, which overall I think is really nice. It makes item breaking pretty. It makes breaking the game really easy once you're used to it, because you can spawn items on secret rooms, which are usually rare, and 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 if you there are some secret room layouts that make it so you can re-roll items inside the secret rooms, and being able to spawn an item there makes the whole thing way easier, right? Bec- because there's an item that's exclusive to secret rooms that makes it so The item's exclusive to secret rooms and it makes it so you restart the run on floor 1 with every item you unlocked. And what so so you can get basically double the items if you already beat the run. You can basically beat another pair of it for free, and I think that's pretty nice. Honestly, I don't want this. Uh, that item's gonna make me take more damage than I want. Oh, I don't know if you noticed. I used the Guppy Spawn. I decided to change my HP into Soul Hearts, right? And the HP down pill, usually, if you have it, you can keep it until you're at 1 heart container, right? And you would get a HP up instead, but because I have fake PhD, instead of it being converted to an HP up, which is the usual effect, right? And it gets converted into a I found pill that has literally no effect and doesn't give you any boost. But fake PhD ended up being nice with my current setup because I have this familiar that every number of clear rooms that I get a free pill. And I got lucky because in my rotation there are a bunch of pills that give me a black heart for basically no cost, which overall is pretty nice. As you can see, I'm just straight up destroying the boss, and I got another devil room. I'm not getting either of the items. I would prefer to keep my HP. And this run has become a let's talk about the game, right? So let's talk about Eden. I think the character is pretty nice. Like his whole mechanic of randomly starting can make runs really fun, but it can also make runs really unfun. But he's still an enjoyable character in my opinion. But his tainted version, right? Tainted Eden. Whenever you get hit, all your items get rerolled, right? And your HP gets rerolled along with it, which is my main complaint. Because let's say you have full HP, as soon as you get rerolled, you can go all the way to half and to 1 HP if you're unlucky, and then just that just kills your run, you know. You're just losing all the HP you have, and if you're not good like me, as you can see, you keep getting hit, right? You can end up just getting destroyed by losing the HP you tried really hard to save. Oh look, we can go to Satan again, and I can use Guppy Spawn again to get more HP. I think this is my 5th Satan run, in I don't know how many month kills. I think I'm on 5 month kills as well, so I think I've gone to Satan every single time I've gotten to mom, which is pretty cool. Because if I to mom's hard, right? Because if I keep doing it, next time I can as soon as I beat it one more time, I'll probably be able to get the negative, and I'll be able to progress more and get more progression, like more unlocks, and that's the whole objective of the game, right? Unlocking as much as you can, as fast as you can, and it has been going pretty well. Even though I've been dying sometimes due to skill issues, right? But let's see how this one goes. I think the run should be fine. They should be dealing enough damage. I unlocked the doorstop, another achievement. I took damage and dying, even though it it is not ideal. You still have to die. You still have to die 100 times to unlock all items, right? So you're going to have to to die to unlock stuff. You might as well die while you're playing, you know. Once I get further along in the game, it'll probably be easier because you can unlock. Oops, you can unlock. You can unlock items and still die. Uh, so let's go another run, another unlock. Two Satan kills to go.